Live yet? Preparing the live stream. All right.
Oh, yeah, let me go over to YouTube as well so I can see the comments.
Mm, Okay, me. So, hello. And now we are live on YouTube. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our fifth annual Emmys nomination special, Daytime Emmys nomination special for the 51st Daytime Emmys that are coming up in June. I am your moderator and lead host, James Lott Jr., and I can't believe it's been 5 years. And these three folks come back to me all the time. And I'm always very, 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 very appreciative. It is Candice Mack. Candice Mack is here, of course. Walker is here, and Gerry Waggett is here. Hello, you guys.
Hey, James.
Hi.
I love it. We are here to talk about not every single nomination, but the main ones, like we always do. Nominations for the Daytime Emmys that came out a few days ago, and many of us have kept quiet publicly because we wanted to wait till we came to the show. But I also want to say thank you to all of you who have messaged me and saying you're excited when I announced this and you're ready. We're ready to, kids. We're going to talk about it and have a good time. We are between the four of us have many, many years in the business, outside the business, and as soap watchers. Our opinions are our own, of course. We just from things we know, and I also friends with some of the nominees, and also we did our research, and it's just what we do every year. We want you to chime in. Also, the chat is open, so if you're here live watching us, even if you're watching afterwards or listening afterwards, you can always comment. It's in the chat. Oh, sorry, that's good. It's in the chat. I see folks in the chat. Grace, Jason, George, Ethel, Beauty for Ashley. You guys are here. You guys are showing up. I love it. Welcome, 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 welcome. So come on in. The water is tepid. All right. So we're talking about 2023. But first, before we get into any of these nominations and stuff, congratulations to everybody. Everybody got nominated. But I want to talk to my three co-hosts first, just in general. There were some changes this year. It feels weird because we were just here in December because they had to rush. It just feels like we haven't had a full year like we normally do. And one category that's gone was younger actor and actress. That's just gone completely. Now, folks are saying that this year, some of the kids are acting better and should come back next year. I just want to know what you guys' thoughts on them in general. If whoever wants to go first, go first.
Well, I thought the supporting actress category looked like what they used to call the young ingenue category where they debuted. It seemed to be all young women. But yeah, there were a couple young people this year. I thought did a really good job. Like, oh God, just her name just escaped me. The one who plays Charlotte on General Hospital.
Oh, okay, yes. I got her name too, actually. But yes, plays Charlotte Cassidy. I think her name is, oh my God, I got her
Scarlett.
name. Scarlett Fernandez, yes.
Oh, little baby.
I think Judah McKay is doing some good work on Y&R right now.
Yes.
With the OCD storyline.
I think that good riddance to that participation trophy category, because that's all it was. It was a participation trophy. Let's give a trophy to these little babies who are under 18 that can't get one in the regular. Because those ain't nobody been in that category worth shit in about 5 or 6 years, maybe 10, 20.
Yes, he said this last year. Remember, he was saying that a long
Yeah,
time ago.
the people who used to win it was the Heather Times, when the Sarah Michelle Gillers. You ain't nobody acting like that at that. Hell, child, goodbye.
Martha
Ain't you?
Burr,
You are not missed.
Kimberly McCullough, all those. That's what he said.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Well, see, I like Eden McCoy. I was glad she won, and Nicholas Alexander Chavez the year before.
Child,
You know how he feels about them. You know how he feels about them.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. No, Nicholas was good. I think he was good for the younger stuff. He was good. They're always shady. I'll tell you, we shady Sunday people. I already told you. I don't know why I guess I'm like surprised. It's our 5th year in a row doing this. But yes, no, I'm kind of the same way with Walker. I was kind of like, it's not gonna be missed. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. But Candice, what do you think?
I think that they should bring the category back next year.
Okay.
Because I am seeing a lot of the young actors performing like they finally are giving the material to the young kids versus previous years they haven't done that. So please bring it back next year. Thank you.
Okay, Candice, if they did bring it back, what age would you cap it at?
That's a good question.
Well, the original age that they were talking about was 23 and under.
Well,
I think it should be 21 and under.
I think
Okay,
25. I think 20. If you want to be if you wanted to be around and be competitive, be 25. Because I can't compare. Y'all depending on these little babies every year. Next year, yeah, the little babies got something. The year after that, or the same little babies gonna have anything, or we just giving them a trophy away just because we like the little kids on the show who ain't doing shit.
Someone mentions Rachel on Days.
Oh yeah.
So I think it's one of those things where every year like Walker said, it's iffy. I mean, there's some years where you have because right now they're playing Jason's Sons on GH.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna see what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
But some shows like Bold and Beautiful, there's no kids really on there. I mean, the Douglas kid's barely been on. I mean, he was really good. Henry Sandry, YNR. There's Harrison. That's it. I mean, it's like there's not a lot of kids. See, I'm all about if you're gonna do younger. I'm thinking 18 and younger, under. That's why I'm like, I don't want 25-year-olds competing with 5-year-olds. I mean, it just doesn't. I'd rather have it 18 and under. That's younger. That's all you get. You turn 19 or turn 18, and then you become one of the older ones. So my parents are like, push them out into the world. Yeah. After that. So.
But the younger ones, it's really good because you can actually see people cry when they lose. The older people don't do that. I'm joking.
Some of them do.
Okay. Except for she literally had 1 year walked out. She was like, and she walked out. I said, I don't blame her after fucking.
Oh yeah, last year.
Last
year when mama left, when mama lost, she was the first one out that damn auditorium.
Okay. I love it. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I do. I love it. So they bring us some people in the chat. I said Connor, you guys. I think he's doing some good work. I think he's actually doing some good work on there. But again, it's an iffy category.
Thomas from Days.
But like I said, it's iffy though, because like I said, some in the old days it was. I mean, we don't have Amber Tamlin anymore. We don't have like these are people that just like they acted their asses off. They held their own.
The little kid who played Michelle Bauer on Guiding Light. The little boy who played Billy.
Rachel. Yep.
Minor, Rachel Minor.
Like, at these same ages that these kids right now, they were out here killing it. We don't have that type of people. If we had that quality, I would be like, baby, let's keep these going. But it comes down to we just giving the trophy away because we want to give these trophy aways.
Yeah, it starts with the writers. It ain't gonna page it on stage. I mean, that's what they're born, obviously. So you guys we were saying Charlotte, Douglas. Yeah, we all kind of named both. Yeah, they're doing okay. But again, we haven't seen Charlotte at all this year. So that was last year. I mean, we haven't seen her yet. So it's like this. So it's up to the shows, and this actually leads into Black folks. I'm going to say something really quick about that. How it's so white. And here's the deal. To me, you have to. I think Viola Davis said this, or I forgot who said it. Some Black person said it. Unless they get written good story and have opportunity, they're not going to get nominated. I can't think of that many Black folks that did so much that would be in lead, or they're not giving them an opportunity. They're not. I mean, they're not giving them the same opportunity. So that's why we don't see a lot of people of color, I think, nominated. We need them to have the same equity as the white performers.
Well, the one I saw, big person I thought should have gotten nominations this year was Janelle Turner.
He should have got something.
I almost shut this goddamn laptop down.
I think with his storyline, it gave him bits and pieces.
I would say Brooke.
Mm-hmm.
Brooke Kerr is, to me, is the only. There's a lot of conversation about people of color. Brooke Kerr is the only one who is deserving of a nomination who wasn't there.
But for lead or supporting?
Supporting.
Okay, I'll give her that. I'll give that.
I'm going to say not only Brooke, but Rielle Andrews.
Well, yes. I'm not. Let me make my statement different.
Oh, don't get me started about that too. Don't get me started about that either.
We're going to talk about guests. We get to the guests before we're going to talk about that. I'm not talking about guest performance. I'm talking about folks who are contract on these shows, which ones are they giving them lots of attention and lots of diverse storyline? I can't think of really that many people. Weinar? Anybody? Anybody? I mean, it's like we're going to talk about each nomination, but I'm like, we need. You're right. Donnell Turner had a story, but his father got nominated instead.
His father's a stronger actor.
Well, he is. But I'm saying that people. I mean, you guys are upset. I want more folks of color too to do it, but for some reason, I'm just saying. Like, they have to have the same kind of stories as a Mara West or a Laura Wright. There are folks who did caliber work and they were white and did get nominated.
The gates are coming. That's all we can say.
The gates are coming.
The gates are coming.
I mean, they're giving nominations out to somebody in Neighbors instead of one of our regular subs. That tells you something. I'm just saying. I want it. Trust me. I want diverse nominations. I want all of that. But we have to have equity on soaps where they get the same type of story and attention that the white performers get. I'd love to see it. I'm like, so yeah, Brighton's on there, but why isn't he lead?
Well, I mean, if we look at that, not to get into that category, we have a African American, we got a Hispanic, we got a gay guy. I like that's a very diverse category actually. If we take a look at it,
a lot of folks are saying it's not black enough.
It becomes like the younger category for me. Then we just throwing names up here just to throw names up here. And it doesn't mean anything. Because who else is supposed to be nominated? Someone told me Jack A. Exactly.
And that's my point. My thing is, Primetime has done it. There are actually stories out there for Black actors and for Latino actors and whatever. It's happening, and Asian actors. So the Emmys actually Primetime Emmys have kind of gotten it, close to right most of the time. They got it. Because on streaming, we said this before the show, you guys, on streaming, it's much more regularly diverse on streaming and nighttime. Daytime it's not that way. No. It isn't.
But then again, primetime and night just has so much content. The daytime is just so limited.
Yep, it is. It is. So I mean, trust me, I want to see stuff. Now we know also within all of this year there wasn't nomination stuff. Several of us are Emmy judges and voters. And it was just decided, right, Candice? Here are the nominations. Mm-hmm. So, folks, just want you to know that it was decided. We got a notification. These are the nominations. That's it. You got to vote till this. You got this time to vote. And that's it, right, Candice?
And you had to pay. You had to pay $3.50.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a decimal point in there?
yeah. Not in the first three digits. But that's what you know, though. Which wants you to that they changed up some stuff. The system has always been flawed, and Gerry and I know this from way back in the way. It's always been voting blocks and this and that. They've been trying to fix this system as long as I've been almost alive. It seems like
they fixed it. They fixed it so much that I have the PDF. I have the PDF right here.
Mine's on my computer. I didn't print this.
I do it because I'm a smart student.
Mm-hmm. So I just asked Candice, what do they do? I'm like, what do they do? Who that? So I just want you to know the system is flawed. Just want you guys to know it's flawed. It is. It's flawed. But again, the nighttime seems to have a little better understanding with this, and the nominations are diverse and the shows are diverse, so everybody gets a chance. And daytime is one of those weird places where a character like my girl Lydia Look plays Selena Wu. Fans love her. She comes on for 5 minutes, dazzles the screen, does her thing, yet they don't use her. Most primetime series, for better or worse, will work the shit out of their favorite actors. They just do. When they see something that's working, they usually work it.
I mean, GH does work the shit out of their favorite actors.
Oh. I walked right into that one. I did.
You sure did.
I sure did. I'm like, walk right on in. I did. I walked right on in, kids. I walked right on. I did. That's a good one.
Rachel saw that. Rachel saw that.
What I meant was fan favorites that we like.
Oops, I
Did it again. That's a good one. I like that. What I meant, folks at home, is the fan favorites that they don't see. They'll bring back people that nobody cares about. But the folks who really want, like a Gavin Houston as Zeke, or a Lydia Look, or a Kathleen God, people just do great. They're not being shown. And the fans are like screaming for them. So primetime and those, if they usually work there, they'll do it. They'll work them out. So very interesting, folks. Very interesting.
Well, one of the weird things about the daytime that I go through is it's weird that like you've got Jennifer Hudson's talk show is up for costuming against Bold and the Beautiful.
I guess I mean, well, it's her versus, I guess, a staff. I mean, a bunch of actors. I don't know. I wonder. I don't know.
no, it's just like Jaleesa with costuming. That's just like with Sherry. Is up against I forgot what show.
And also, kids, this year they opened the categories to anything that is aired in America.
Oh God.
On your TV screens. So we got Faye, of course, which has been used before, but Neighbors joins the group.
And Twitter had a meltdown.
But actually, I saw some folks actually turn to Neighbors and actually start watching it. They like it. So it did work a little bit. It brought some there. I saw that.
I tried. I said, "Oh, this is like P-Pack, Guiding Light," and turned that shit right off.
No, we're not doing that, Walker.
That's exactly what it looked like. I said, "Click."
He said, "Thank you,
No.
Care Bear, for the super chat. Thank you very much. Thank you very much."
Oh, we love a super chat. We love a super chat.
Said, "Thanks for doing this. Love you all."
Chat.
We love super chat. We love you too, Care Bear. But I'm saying they open it up. And folks, we'll get to those. Don't worry, we'll get to those nominations. We're gonna get there. The people aren't sponsoring. Jason said he's checking it out. I know some folks are. I'm telling people my favorite soap is EastEnders. I get it through Big Brit Box, so that's my favorite soap of the year. But I know there's other soaps out there around the world, and I think actually our soap should take a look at some of their stuff. That's just kind of how I feel about that. They're doing it correctly. And also, General Hospital fans, I'm still I like General Hospital better than it was a few months ago, and I'm still open arms, waiting to see how they play some of this stuff out. So
this week was rough, though.
What?
And this week was rough. And I have been a very, very pro to new writers, but this week was rough.
I agree, but I feel like there's some push and pull with like some of the last. They have to clear up some of the last stuff, folks.
Yeah,
and it just takes time. But I'm still open arms. I'm so you said, that's right, girl. I'm so open arms. It's gonna take some time, folks. I mean, these writers wrote for years, but to me, I'm liking the longer scenes, longer dialogue. People knowing who they are. I mean, like I said, this week's was a little rough, but the past couple weeks, I've actually been enjoying it kind of. Yeah. So I'm like, it's gonna get there, folks. So that's what so they're opening up the categories to more people. And I think why not? We've had the same force. They did a couple of years ago. They had Beyond Salem was on there, so why not? Anything that's considered a soap. That could be, it's on television. They should bring Studio City and put it in the daytime slot. They should take there's a new one coming out called The Boulevards coming out to you soon. Another one. And the Gates, they'll be part of it also. So we need more than just the same four soaps. We just do. I think we need a little more than just that. Help even like the competition a little bit or something.
Yeah, since it's doing continuing storylines, can we bring on the X-Men 97 next year?
Everybody's talking about that. I know everybody loves it. Yes! Frank Moran, that's their show. And that show is getting so much critical acclaim, it's crazy.
I broke my heart a couple of weeks ago. It actually moved me more emotionally than pretty much anything I saw in daytime in the last 2 months.
I've heard that. Grown men are crying across the country. I heard. Yes. Let me say, Candice, and then Walkie, both were going to say something. No. All right.
I was just saying, yay, the X-Men.
Yes. Venice series, another one. My girl Chris Chappelle is working on season 7. Groundbreaker. She should get her flowers. Groundbreaker.
Yeah, that's true. That is you said 7. I'm like, wow, that's been, but it feels like it's been around a long time, and she was one of the first,
Yeah.
and she does not
first.
get the credit. They don't get the credit or the love that they deserve.
I totally agree. Totally agree. And it's like she started first. She took this when Guiding Light went off the air. She decided to do this. So people like her, my buddy Anthony Anderson and Acostia, another early one. Beacon Hill, another early one. There's still folks that they were doing it. And these were digital series at the time. They were web series. They weren't, but they were doing soap opera work. And some of them are still around, and they're in the business. And like they should get their props. There's more than just the 4 soaps, you guys. So I just want people to know that there's a lot out there. And let's get started on the audio dramas out there. I have 17 of them, so check them out. All right, so they're doing all that. So I guess we will actually start doing this now, kids. We did our first little half hour of talk, but now let's go into the nominations. And we're going to start as I usually do. What we usually do is I read the nominations off, you guys, and then we talk about it. And at the end of talking about it, then I ask each one to make a prediction. So when we do our recap show, we'll see who wins the most predictions. So I have all my notes. I'm gonna go to the first one. Oh, I have to mention this. Yes, folks, I'm not a fan of the actress. I mean, the wrong thing. I'm not a fan of the character on General Hospital. The character annoys me. I don't think it gets the actress. I don't say it's a kid. I don't know her, but she got nominated for Best Song for General Hospital for Shy. I want to mention that. That was very interesting to me. So there's only 3 nominees in that category. So I was like, that's interesting. Okay.
A very polarizing young lady.
The character, yes.
Yes.
I kind of find her charming. I like her.
I don't, people do. Some people do. They do. Let's go to. Oh, we're gonna be able to do this one first. Guest performer in a daytime drama series, kids. Woo! We got lots of time on that one. So let me read the nominees, folks. Here we go. Lyndon Ashby as Cameron Kirsten on Young and the Restless, CBS. Ashley Jones as Dr. Bridget Forrester on The Bold and the Beautiful, CBS. Ailey Mills as Heather Weber, General Hospital, ABC. Guy Pearce as Mike Young on Neighbors, Amazon Freevee. And Mr. Dick Van Dyke as Mystery Man / Timothy Robichaux, Days of Our Lives. So there are some folks not on this list. And I'm going to make just one comment. I'm going to let them talk first. But my one comment is I did talk to Colleen Zink, and she did post on social media. She did submit. That's all I got to say about that. Folks, what do we think about these nominations? Is this guest performance, kids?
I think it's going to go to Dick Van Dyke. So it doesn't really matter who else gets nominated. I mean, how are they not going to give it to him?
Yeah, I don't have any issues with it.
Candice?
I do. Allie Mills. Why is Allie Mills in this category? Explain that to me.
You mean because she's been on too
much?
Where's
Kim Coles? Yeah, she's not a guest. She's supporting.
Yeah.
Where's Kim? Where's Kim Coles? Stop. Where's Kim Coles at?
Where's she supposed to be?
Nope.
Where's she supposed to be?
We can't take to look at it.
This is guest performer, not Ham. Because if we giving the Ham award, then we should have had Colleen on there too.
Okay, I like the Ham. See, here's my deal. Colleen Zink did what Lyndon Ashby did. They came on, and for a couple of weeks, and did their thing, and they were out because that camera story to me was perfect size.
Very.
Yep.
But he acted his ass off to me.
He did. I agree. What about you, Gerry? What do you think?
I would have liked to have seen Colleen Zink Pinter on the list. I also, just because I was so happy to see her, I would have loved to have seen Cassie DePaiva for a couple of days on General Hospital. And just even that one scene where she goes up behind Martin.
Oh,
it sneaks up on him, and she just looks so damn good.
you look
I would
good.
love to have seen her, but it does seem to be almost this is the big sort of celebrity moment to say he's there. Though I would love to have seen Colleen Zegg pinch her out to get and her and Dick Van Dyke to do a little dance number.
No, remember, she's just calling Zeke now. She's not Pinter anymore. Remember?
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, she dropped that. Catch up my interview with her on the Young Space Spotlight.
Okay.
I'm telling up to everybody out there too. If they're all Walker strikes again. Yeah. No, I told him they like Colleen Zeke doesn't have the picture name anymore, and I just told him. He didn't realize. I just told him. Allie won last year. Taylor brings up. And I agree with you. I'm curious because I didn't read in the rules, Candice, what they consider episodes is guest, mine compared to supporting or lead. You know, that's a good question because she was on a lot. She was on a lot last year. So, yeah. But we know that people they submit where they think they can win to you. That is a common practice. I'm not making it up, folks. It's a common practice where some folks will submit, or the show asks them to submit for this. So that happens all the time.
You submit here because we want to submit other people in these other categories, and we don't want to, ruin our chances of crossing each other out.
Oh crap!
So how many episodes, Candice, you seen? Is anything?
No, it just said as long as you are a current character on the show, that's it.
Yeah. See, some folks the chat is torn. Some people say she was a cartoon character, others say she should have been nominated. So I guess it's in between. So it's in between. And that's fine. I love everybody has different opinions. It's fine. I would like to. I just think I would have liked her on there, but I think everybody's because Ashley Jones loved her piece as a person. I didn't see anything that was that. Whatever. And the guy Pierce, he's a huge star, so that's fine. But my thing was, I think Gerry is right. It doesn't even matter. I think Dick Van Dyke's going to get it. I mean, said, why not? Shit, I don't. And if he gets it, I have no problem him getting it. I mean, I really don't. He's Dick Van Dyke. I mean, if we can get him to come on the show and everything, that would be a major boost.
Especially if they end up giving him like a lifetime achievement, something.
Yeah.
It should be Lyndon, but it will be Dick.
See, I agree with that too. Too.
And in my fantasy, I have Carol Burnett giving him the award.
So they can do that. Yeah, if she gives out that could be cool.
The best guest person.
Yeah. Everybody's like, what did Ashley Jones do? I know. I love her as a person, but I didn't. Bridget Forrester was on for 2 seconds here and there during that storyline. I know it's tied to the Eric dying storyline.
Oh.
So I decided, but I didn't. Yeah. Okay. So now it's time for us to do our votes. Our nomination, our prediction. Walker, what do you say?
Lyndon should, but Dick will.
Candice?
Dick should get it, but I'm going for Lyndon.
You're going for Lyndon?
Ooh.
Gerry Waggett?
Dick Van Dyke.
Again, I think all this group, Lyndon should get it. I'm going to go Dick Van Dyke. I'm just going to go from just what we're going to do it. Hey, Candice might be the winner on it. Who knows? If they dig it to somebody else, that would be a trip. Yeah, like you said, especially if they don't give him like a lifetime something or whatever, they can always do that. But he's 98 years old. He's not going to be here. I mean, he's, you know how that goes. They like to reward people.
I mean, but that's kind of the thing is that, okay, even though Dick Van Dyke is in this and we all love Dick Van Dyke, I mean, are they just going to give it to him just because, or did he really earn it?
Right.
Girl, that's not your lesson to teach, miss. I want the younger category back.
Yeah.
Teach the well and let them lead the way.
Well, you know they're going to give it to him if they bring an ottoman out on the stage right before they present the award.
I mean, the surprise factor would be Guy Pearce. That would be the shocker of the night.
Yes, that would be shocker. That would be the shocker, actually. If they gave Bridges scenes with Deacon, I could see, but nothing. Okay, here we go. Supporting performance in a daytime drama series actor. Robert Gossett as Marshall Ashford, General Hospital, ABC. Brighton James as Devon Winters, Young and the Restless, CBS. Wally Kurth as Justin Kiriakis, Days of Our Lives, Peacock. And the last two are from the Bay. A. Martinez as Nardo Ramos, and Mike Manning as Caleb McKinnon, both on Popstar TV. A. Martinez, of course, first and only Latino to ever win lead actor in a drama series. Let's say that. And one of the best guys in the world. I love talking. He's so soulful and just I love talking to him. Robert won it last year. Brighton has won several times in the past. Mike won an Emmy recently too. I think last year, it's like a couple years ago.
As a producer, right?
Producer for the Bay.
As a producer on the Bay.
Yeah. And Wally Kurth does 2 shows, and I don't think he has one. So I'm like, here we go. See, folks, have at it. People got a lot of attention on this. This one got a lot of attention. So who wants to go first? I'll go last.
Well, actually, I'll tell you what surprised me. When I first went down the list, I thought when I saw Wally Kurth, it was going to be General Hospital because he had the sort of double role of him and Eddie Main. And they love double roles.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. But I think if he wins, it's going to be on the strength of those scenes where he finds out that Alexander might not be his son.
Yes. That's what it is. Yeah, I think so. Candice is Winston and Winston. What's going on over there? I'm making faces.
Because when you said Wally Kurth, I was like, not for General Hospital.
Absolutely not.
That was bad. No offense. That was bad.
I liked it. I liked it.
Oh, of course you did, James.
But anyway, as you were saying, Candice, as you were saying, for the nominations,
I am glad. I feel as though there's somebody missing, and I think Mark Grossman is missing from this list, who plays Adam. But I don't know if he submitted. I heard something, but General Hospital. This is all you had.
That's fine.
I like you, Mr. Robert.
Mm-hmm.
I like you, Mr. Robert.
Me too.
But this is all we got. Okay.
Walker.
I think it's interesting that people were freaking out over Neighbors being nominated, but the Bay is the one that y'all need to be worried about. When they start getting into the actor categories and taking slots, that's the one that's like Daytime should be like, oh shit. Because in those 2 spots, I have Mark Grossman and then Greg Rickard for Days.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Those are the 2 I feel like if we're going to keep, those are the only 2 that I would switch out, and it would be for Mark Grossman for YNR and Greg Rickard for Days.
Completely agree.
One of them I would put in is a Sean Kanan for Bold and the Beautiful.
Well, I feel like he's doing good work this year.
I would put it from next year.
For next year. I'm thinking.
But I thought just all the way through, I mean, he just brings intensity, and he actually is really necessary to make somebody. You actually realize he's in love with Sheila, which is not an easy thing for somebody to do.
Well, the thing about Sean said it. He said, everybody knows he's my friend and everything. Sean said he's never been nominated for his acting. He hasn't Emmy for producing Studio City, but he's never been nominated for his soap work. I'm sorry, acting for his soap work. And I think Sean's one of those people who he's a consistent performer. Like he does, like I say about Kathy Kelly, Leggett, those people. They do these shows for so long, and they give them all kind of storylines, but they do their best to make it work.
He's like the Mel Sharon case.
There you go. Yes. No, but in a good way. He's that in a good way. Like Sharon's good. If you give her storyline, she's good. She does a good job. She delivers.
They're consistent.
They're consistent. I agree with that. I agree with Gerry and them. They say he's like Sean can do comedy. He can do drama. He really is good at what he does. He can do the soap. He does the soap world very well. He was good as AJ. Mark Grossman, yes. I think he's another one who's pretty consistent also. Because on this show, we've talked about people who, and I actually talk to Kelly Monaco. We got to talk my famous interview. Where sometimes they don't show up to work. They come to work, and you can tell when they're phoning it in. Sometimes,
but also if you're not likable, then you're not gonna get nominated. Mark.
That's the
and somebody else on GH that didn't get nominated.
Right. That does count, kids. That does count.
They don't like you on set, baby.
You're
Your fan base can be as big as the day, but they don't like you on set. They don't like you on set, and you didn't get nominated or win.
Well, Gerry, we know that. We know how that go. Like way back in the day, like I said, voting blocks and things. This person, they get shut out. They don't even get a nomination. They get shut out, and they were doing good work. That happens all the time. It's about you have to be well liked. That's part of it.
I think we're going to talk about that later in the lead actress.
Oh,
I think why people are upset over a certain MTS not being. Y'all can't be nightmares on these sets, so then people.
No, we're gonna get to MTS. Yeah, they're gonna get to that. Everybody's about that. Yes, but I think Mark does great consistent work.
Yeah,
he's another one. He's another one who shows up.
When the writers give him something.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, not writers. When the writer gives him something.
Right. It's very, to me, it's similar to like Joshua Mora. Somebody who he's been around for so long, and he just he's Nick. Like you just see him, you're like, that's Nick. Like he just does work. Sometimes he has stories, sometimes he don't have story, whatever. Just like, but he's Nick. I don't know, I like it.
There's just something about, especially for Mark and Courtney, to be able to have such a great dynamic on screen after going through some messiness in real life, and to still like any other show, they would have like, I'm not working with this person. I'm not working with my ex.
You would isolated them.
And they would never, and the couple would have suffered because of the personal. And on this show, for the first time in a while, I've seen a couple have a nasty breakup and still put that aside to be professional work together. That does not happen on this show.
Because their work, because we know why him, and we'll get to Courtney in the next one, was because of the baby's death.
Yeah.
That stuff was good. Yeah. That shit was good. It was heartbreaking.
That broke me.
They both showed up for that storyline. So I think it's one of those things, and I agree with Walker. They're still matching together.
Yeah.
They are. And that's hard to do. Maybe that means they're good actors. Shit, that's what that means. To show up. Now, folks with Brighton, there has been the whole thing of why isn't he lead? The others are like, why is he nominated? For what? I gotta bring it up, kids. I'm just saying what I'm hearing, kids. So I'm like, for me, I feel like, and I love Brighton as a person, he knows that and everything. I feel like that Weiner doesn't do him justice, actually, for being a legacy character. He has not taken over the role of Christophe St. John. He hasn't. They have not let him do that. To me, they haven't. They haven't allowed that to happen. Even though there's only one Christophe, we love him and everything. There's only one. But they have not given him that kind of opportunity. I mean, he's on screen and he does those stuff. Musical chairs with the women's. Now he's with Abby. Whatever that means. And I just feel like I feel like he should be a lead actor at this point. But he's a supporting. So I don't know, folks, anybody have any thoughts on this? Because I've seen a lot of swirling thoughts on this out there.
Brighton is a prime example of what I was just talking about with the popularity contest. There's no way you can tell me that him submitting about that the chancellor winner going public was better than Mark Grossman and the baby. That's a prime example of the popularity contest on that show. Everyone loves Brighton.
They do. He's very well liked.
Not everybody loves Mark. And it's hey, it is what it is.
Yes, I wrote down. Yeah, the Tucker scenes and merger story. To me, it wasn't enough for Emmy. It wasn't enough to me. It wasn't enough for Emmy.
Yeah, the scenes with Tucker I kept waiting for something more with the two with him and Trevor St. John. You know, and I don't know. I'm trying to remember about his chemistry with Stephen Nichols. It seemed better.
Yeah, I think so.
Everything is with Stephen Nichols. Oh,
I think it was a little better with Stephen. But the point, again, it's the writing. I'm with you, Gerry. I kept waiting for. I feel like it was very repetitive. He rejects Tucker. He rejects Tucker. Tucker's something bad. He rejects Tucker. Like it was like repetitive after a while. And we know both actors can do better than that. I mean, that's better than that. But he's in there. And I'm sorry, folks. Robert Gossett, great actor. I guess must be well liked. I don't think he deserves a spot. I think he won last year fine. I think he had some good work as he wrapped up his storyline this year. There was some good stuff out of that.
Oh yeah.
There's some him and Renee did some good stuff. There's some good stuff on that. I think someone else should be in the spot.
I think with his storyline, as they wrapped it up, I think I was more interested in the history of when Kevin Collins was talking about it than I necessarily was thinking about it as his story. You know, I was thinking more it was just like it was a horrible part of American history, and that I found interesting. But now I'm kind of like, you know, okay, what now with him?
Right, and my thing is, and I forgot to mention at the last of the guest starring, Riel Andrews. I just want to mention him for a second because they did him wrong too on some level. The show did, I think, in my opinion. And I think he should have been nominated somewhere, or at least in the mentions. His work losing Trina, his work in the, it was some good work. If you want to do a strong black male doing some good work, he did some really great work, and he was not recognized in any form whatsoever.
That scene where he leaves the hospital and he breaks down in the elevator. That scene alone should have gotten him.
Yes,
he could have took Ashley Jones' spot.
Right.
I was mad that he went for guest performer instead of supporting actor. Like, that's what got me.
I think he was thinking episode. There's something weird about that. I don't know what that's weird. Because he was campaigning for it. Don't worry about it. He was campaigning for it. He
really did campaign. He asked the fans. He asked everybody.
He asked everybody. Goes, what do you think? And again, it goes back to everybody agrees that scene that he's talking about, and those scenes leading up to it, were Emmy-worthy scenes.
Yeah.
He acted his ass off. Mm-hmm. He did. And it's a shame that they couldn't. They do it. So yeah. So anyway. So I mean, there's. Yeah, I would if we could do supporting actor, I would take Robert out and put him in. I would. And for the folks who mentioned, Donnell Turner is my man. You know that, everybody. # John L. However, I felt the show it was under Chris and Dan, the pacing was horrible. It was very choppy. They're starting to make up for it now a little bit, but for the new writers. But in the past, they just didn't. There's a lot of choppiness. It's like there wasn't really. It could have been a stronger storyline. I think
it could have been a stronger performance. I really want to tell the truth and shame the devil. He had all the material of the Trina fallout of the paternity. He did not show up to work those days. That's why we're talking about Riel should be nominated, because she did the work. Donnell doesn't do the work.
So I'll say Riel did. No, Riel for sure. He was ready for Bear. He was in it. He was in it to win it. Meaning the scenes.
Your heart broke. Your heart broke for Tag.
Oh, it did. And they left him pouring booze in his tea or coffee. And that's the last scene we see, and that's it. He gone.
He gone.
Yeah, and it does seem like even the way the Trina treats Curtis now, it's like calling him, "You're my dad" and stuff. It's like Riel has never been there.
It's forced. It's totally forced. It's forced. Totally forced. But again, that's the writers. It's not the writers. Okay, so let's go ahead and do our predictions.
Oh, this is gonna be hard.
yeah. Gerry.
Okay, I am thinking that the two big guys are not well known enough. Robert Gossett has gotten his last year. Brighton didn't have a great year, and also I think that so Wally Kurth, everybody seems to like him, and I think he may get a couple with some really good scenes on Days of Our Lives, and also kind of like lifetime achievement, almost career. He's been around so long, and everybody likes him. And he does have like people from both shows who would be voting for him.
True. Which one? So you say Wally?
Wally, yeah.
Okay, Candice.
A. Martinez is going to get it. Well, I'm torn.
Got choose, girl.
Okay. Well, I'm going to say A. Martinez is going to win it, but who should win? They're probably going to give it to Brighton. They're probably going to, Brighton.
So which one are you saying? Come on, girl.
A. Martinez.
Okay. One of the people in chat goes, Curtis's feet did him in. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Walker.
I think they might repeat Robert.
So now each of you guys, go ahead, please go ahead, please.
It's I kind of feel a little icky about it though. Like it feels a little cheap that you are nominated for Epiphany stuff, and you didn't really. Yeah,
it's based on pedigree. All three of you said names that I have this weird feeling it's A. Martinez.
Yeah, I do think it's gonna be one of the Bay Boys.
Same here. I think so. I'm gonna say A. Martinez. But in terms of who I'd like to see get it, with my buddy Wally Kirk, just because I think he's consistent. He does. Even he's consistent. I like him. But you're right. They may give it to Robert. See, folks, some of you guys may not know. He was, prime time. He was Major Crimes. He did other shows. He was like a primetime star, cable star. I mean, he's like an actor of pedigree. So I know that's part of it. Like Renee Watson, they give it to her like they're actors of pedigree. So anyway, so Robert A. Martinez, 2 A. Martinez and a Wally. All right, let's go.
If they give it to Robert again, are they gonna make a little hat for it?
The Hat Daddy. Mm-hmm. All right, supporting performance in a daytime drama series, actress. Woo! Jennifer Garris as Donna Logan, The Bold and Beautiful, CBS. Lindsay Godfrey as Sarah Horton, Days of Our Lives, Peacock. Courtney Hope as Sally Spectra, The Young and the Restless, CBS. Allison Lanier as Summer Newman Abbott, Young and the Restless, CBS. And Emily O'Brien as Gwen Reschek, not Teresa, Days of Our Lives, Peacock. I'm already saying give it to Courtney Hope. Sorry, to me it's another discussion because I love Lindsay, my girl. I know I love you. I like Allison. She's great. I just think Courtney did some spectacular work for this. I know what she submitted. That's some spectacular work. But you guys here, the rest of my co-hosts, what do you guys think about this category?
Bullshit. Sorry, Lindsay. That's Sophia's. Sorry,
Sophia Madsen.
Yeah, Sophia should have been in this category.
Gwen Risa. That should have been Jane Elliott.
Thank you. Another one.
But I love my Allie baby is nominated. She's not gonna win, but I love that made me smile.
I love her. I love Allison Lanier. I love her. The thing is, I'm gonna say just because everybody in chat is like Sophia. I agree. They put that bitch through everything with the kitchen sink. Why was she not nominated? I don't get it. I don't get it. What else does an actress have to do? What more could it get if they could have given her that could have made? I mean, everything was Emmy worthy. She did amazing on my show every week. That was one of the few storylines Frank Moran and I agreed on every week. Was just like this girl is working it out.
I love Michelle Stafford came out and said that her and Finola were talking about like why wasn't she nominated? It's like, oh, yes.
The whole was good. She's good. This actress is beautiful and she's good. That was when I was really upset. I was really, really upset about Sophia Madsen, who plays sorry for folks who don't know her character name, say Sasha on GH.
That would have been a very good dogfight between Sophia and Courtney. Their scenes, that would have been like a good, ooh, it could go either way.
Damn.
But no, it's Courtney's to lose.
But I'll give Lindsay some credit because Lindsay's another consistent good actress who just every role she plays, she comes on, she plays it, and she's in it. She's in it to win it. So I'll give her points for that. Jennifer did some. I mean, I know it's towards Eric's death, the whole thing, and she did some okay work, but I don't think she should have been nominated for supporting actor. So sorry, folks. I think she should have been nominated.
Yeah, I mean, I agree that Courtney. I think Courtney's going to get it because it's such a powerful in that scene. But it was more than just I mean, she lost and she blames Adam for it, and those were powerful. But she's still in love with him, and then the whole situation with Nick, all that stuff was so good. Some of the people I really thought should have been nominated that weren't. I thought that Tatiana should be for playing Trina.
The Greenland stuff.
Well, more about finding out the truth about her father.
Well, that too.
Okay, and then also I still want Kimberly Brown to get some stuff for just being so much fun, and also Avery Poole for Esme. I liked her stuff.
That's a polarizing name, folks. That's a polarizing character.
That's why I'm only laughing because of that. Because baby, the meltdown that would have happened at that. Oh my god.
I know.
Oh
okay, folks. Sorry to tell you this. She was a great actress. She played the role very well. She played what it gave her. It's not her fault. She's white. She's an actress that played stuff. I mean, it happened. She was entertaining. She was a soap villain.
I thought she was great. I loved her look. I thought it was really cool. And I think that maybe just lost the name of the actress who plays Gwen Rizchuk. Emily.
She's on here. Emily O'Brien.
I think she should have done one of those where she could have thrown in both names like Judy Evans did years ago when she was Bonnie and Adrian at the same time. Might have upped her chances, but I really think that Courtney had the powerhouse moment there with the hospital scenes.
Emily's fine, I guess. I just didn't see it as Emily with herself. And again, Allison has time. She has more time, and if they give her some good story, I think she'll come to the occasion. But I just
how is Emily nominated, but Greg, who carried that storyline, was
right? You know why? And I'll say it. Like I was going to it's tough because Greg Rickhart, to me, has played one of the most refreshingly different kind of characters on a soap opera we've ever seen. Leo Stark is Leo Stark, and Greg plays him and he uses all of his talents. He can do comedy and drama, and between the costuming, everything, it's like he brought that character to life, like literally to life. And even when he came back to play Kevin for a few episodes last year, you're like, oh, where's Leo? Like I'm like, where's Leo? Because he's just so entrenched in there. And you're right, him and Gwen were like, they were thick as thieves. It's like he should have been nominated. I mean, I'm sure some received are probably opposite him.
And the introduction of Dimitri just gave that character even more layers. He wasn't just that one note like, oh, here he is for the comic relief. Like he got to show depth. And
I agree.
But that is that they also do tend to shy away, with very few exceptions, from anybody who's funny. Going to honor them, just like the Oscars very seldom give it to a comedy. Daytime Emmies don't seem to. I think. Well, Dorothy Lyman sort of.
That's what I was thinking. Opal, yes.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think of anybody else who won for being really fun and funny.
Well, there was a year that Elizabeth Hubbard was nominated, and the scenes that she submitted were her comedy scenes with James Stenbeck, and she didn't win. And I thought that's kind of funny because we know she can do drama. I mean, obviously Elizabeth Hubbard, but she can do comedy too. But you're right; they don't really award that. They just don't. And maybe somebody who knows who's voting in those categories also might be turned off by Leo's gayness. I'm just gonna bring it out there. That could be part of it. It's just too much for them, and they see this too. Maybe they see this too much.
But Greg is like adored.
I know.
No, I cannot think of one person who would say anything bad about Greg.
Melissa Reeves.
And that's like No, I love me Missy.
Did you say that out loud? Did you say it out loud? No, I said Walker. I'll say just because you said that, I will say I said for this funeral stuff that's coming up on Dave, it has to be Missy Reeves. So I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I love Melissa Reeves. She's been nothing but
Sweet to me.
She's been so good to me. So
yeah,
I don't care. I don't care. Yeah, people don't even know these people, and yeah, I got these opinions that don't even matter.
Yes,
she's been good to me. That's all that matters.
I agree also. But she is, to me, she's Jennifer Rose. She is. So we know that's a thing. Courtney Allison for next year. Yeah, possibly. I said she has time. I think she has time.
Yeah. Allison got material for next year.
Yeah, she got time. Comedy is really smart. I agree. That's the whole thing. Is that to do comedy well, it should be nominated. So that's all.
Maybe that should be a new category instead of bring back just the younger. They could bring best comic relief as a category.
I like that.
Too many nominations.
Too many nominations.
Too many nominations.
Purposely and unpurposely.
As I said, unintentional nominations.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about, if you want to talk about comedy, Bold and Beautiful last week, Zendaya and RJ.
Bold and Beautiful this whole year.
I just want to say we're gonna do comedy, unintentional comedy. All righty. Let's go ahead and vote for our picks. We're gonna do that. I'm gonna get my write down the names here. I'm gonna start with you, Gerry Waggett. Who are you gonna choose out of Jennifer, Lindsay, Courtney, Allison, and Emily?
I am hoping it's Courtney.
Okay. All right.
Thank
Walker.
you.
Courtney.
Candice.
I'm keeping hope alive. Courtney Hope.
Now, see, I'm scared because I want to say Courtney. I'd love to say, actually, I wouldn't mind saying Lindsay. I have this weird feeling as I go to Jennifer. Bold does that sometimes. Sometimes they just, because they have a lot of folks, and she's also well liked. A lot of folks vote. I just have this. So I'm going to say Courtney, but I'm going to put just an asterisk to say that I mentioned Jennifer to see if
no.
she.
I mean, it's smart because we all thought Misty had it last year. Misty had it last year.
Yeah, last year.
And everyone thought she had it. Everyone thought she was going to win. So sometimes the obvious choice is not the choice.
But at the same time,
Luther.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say we're saying Jennifer. They might give it to Emily O'Brien.
They don't do a lot of days, people. Not always.
But think about it. That would be a statement if they give it to Days, considering what Days went through.
That's true too, but I don't think voters care about that.
I think that played into fact to the league.
We're gonna get there too.
I think that did play a fact.
It did, but I'm saying I think in terms of judging, I don't know if anybody would. I don't know for supporting. I don't know.
Oh, not yeah.
But rotating Jennifer, singing Jennifer too. I know. I thought it's Bold because they sneak out. They get wins. It's just I'm going by the past. They get wins.
And Jennifer sneaked out those little tears. So
she did. I'm like, But I think we're all saying Courtney, folks. But I'm just going to say a little asterisk. I think Jennifer has a possibility of getting it. Okay, let's move along. We have 5 more categories. We have lead actor, lead actress, writing, direction, and drama. So I'm asked my panel: should we do the writing and direction, and then do the acting, and then, or should we do the acting and then writing direction? What do you guys think?
Let's get the writing over with.
The writing, then we do the in memoriam. And who should be
All right. In the meantime, 80 folks are watching us on a Sunday afternoon.
Oh, and let me shout out Kayla. Hi, Kayla. Hey, my girl, Kayla.
Yeah, we love Kayla.
KK.
Love Kayla Rooney. But
hi, everybody. Like and subscribe.
I have everybody in here. So, so folks, no, we haven't talked about that. But and Luther says I just the Emmys 1 year, and there was someone on the panel as supporting actress. They said Vanessa Marcel's comedy reel stood out among the heavier reels, and Vanessa won that year. So, okay, so it happened. So it happened once.
But I feel like Susan Lucci, like some of her reels used to be comedy. And the joke was she didn't win until she did the crying one with Bianca, And
Yes.
that's the one that finally got her the award. So
Yeah.
Yeah, and Vanessa won. Her reel was when she
was
was
her
in the
return.
chapel.
Yes,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, it was,
Yeah.
but it was the scene. Yeah, it was the scene when she was in the chapel, and she was talking about that she was dying.
Yes.
And she opened the door. And the greatest scene in General Hospital history, if you ask me.
Oh, how funny.
Like,
And
I
the
remember that
500,000 people that came back with her also agreed. But hey,
Yeah.
that's who they need now. Y'all
Oh,
better
no,
call that
folks,
woman.
I just said this, Walker, earlier. I said it on the show. There's some folks who are popular and they just don't work to. I mean, Vanessa would revitalize the show. All right. Writing team for a daytime drama series: The Bay, Popstar TV; The Bold and the Beautiful, CBS; Days Are Our Lives, Peacock; General Hospital, ABC; and The Young and the Restless, CBS. So this year, The Bay got in. I think before it was Beyonce or something, but the Bay got in this time. I don't watch the Bay, so I can't really give any comments about the Bay. Well, the four other shows, I can't think of a winner either. No, I mean, we have to go by, you can't go by the whole year, folks. Obviously, you have to go by story. So Eric's dying, I have to say, did affect me very heavily because I was going through the same thing with my stepfather. So it was a very, for me, it was a very emotional time for me. I couldn't do a couple episodes of my own show because it was too close to home. I thought it was very well done until they brought him back to life. I thought that was dumb. But the whole dying thing I thought was very well done in my feelings. Young and Restless, of course, obviously, I believe one of the scenes is the baby dying. I believe the other one was Michelle Stafford's episode. I think I'm not sure. You don't quote me on that, but that was put together also when she comes back from the dead before she dies. General Hospital, I don't know what scenes they used. I don't know. And Days, I don't know what scenes they used. So, folks, what are you guys thinking?
I guess I'll go first. If Days of Our Lives submitted what they submitted for the WGA Awards, which was regarding Victor's death, writing wise, that was good. They had an emotional impact. If General Hospital submitted what they submitted for the WGA, which was the whole Greenland stuff, okay. The base probably submitted when the character of Caleb was coming out and dealing with all of the hatred. So they probably submitted that.
Luther said, "I'd be careful."
Got it.
Luther said, "I'd be careful in what I say because I judge this category very challenging."
So that means that Young and the Restless. I'm wondering though. I wonder if Young and the Restless submitted not the baby stuff, but the Cameron stuff for writing.
That's good. That'd be good.
Mm-hmm.
But see, my thing is, yeah, possibly. Also, there's been some controversy about the Days winning that award with somebody we know, who has spoken out that he had written some of those same episodes. It was left out.
Hi, Darrell.
Darrell Anthony was talking about that. He put out there, so I'm like, there's something going on with all that. So I was like, okay. Gentlemen, what are you guys thinking about any of this stuff?
I don't care.
Normally, I love General Hospital in the Brain, but a lot of the stuff just seemed to go off in directions like, killing, oh God, Roger Howarth's character, whatever he's playing now, Mason Gatlin Holtland. And so that just seems to be unresolved. Who's stalking Ava? Who's Pikeman? And then, I thought it was whoever. They should win an award for coming up with a story about a pathogen that's going to kill everybody while we're still in the aftermath of COVID. I thought that was bad timing for that story. I actually liked a lot of what Bold and Beautiful did, putting Eric's dying as in the contest of against Ridge with the final fashion show. I like that. I also liked a lot of the Sheila work. Although my only thing is in that, I kind of wanted Bill to really be in love with Sheila and helping her out, because otherwise, him setting her up didn't work as well. But I found it fascinating when I thought that he was, at a place in his life, he was a dark place that he really wanted her. So I'm going to go Bold and the Beautiful.
Yeah, I think last year it's almost a wash for me in terms of writing. I think each soap had moments, but overall, major improvements, folks. There's not one show that stands out to me last year. I was like, oh my goodness. So I wish the best for Saw. I hope they get better. I hope they do a little better. We need an overhaul in our soap world. We do. I mean, we do. So, but Bold, myself, I like Bold because I said that storyline was very well written to me until they decided to make it where he didn't die. He's like, they're gonna bring him back to life. I think they should let him die. I think that would have been really great impact. And the Sheila, the 9 toes made me laugh. It was hilarious. It was ingenious. Like it's I mean, that toe. I texted Sean Keenan the other day. I go, 10 toes, 10 toes. I kept yelling at him. He was laughing. So he goes, if I made money off of saying that line 1,000 times, he said like 8 million times last week. 10 toes, 10 toes. We were laughing so hard. But that was ingenious. I mean, Bold does sometimes they do bold stuff. They actually do something that makes you talk. Whether you like it or not, it makes you talk. So I don't know. So for this category, folks, let's move on to our voting. I'm gonna start first. I'm gonna say Bold. Candice.
I think Bold is going to win. Well, okay. I want Bold to win, but for some reason, I think they're going to give it to Days.
Okay. So which one are you picking?
Yeah.
Picking Days?
Yeah.
Okay. Days. And Walker?
I'm going Y&R. I can't give it to Bold because I had too many issues with that Eric storyline. Okay. They made it about Ridge, and it wasn't about Eric. Because if the storyline was about Eric the whole time, we would have had Felicia, we would have had Kristen, we would have had, Jacob Young character who he can't come back and play. Like we would have had all. It wasn't about Eric. It was about Ridge and the Logans. So Y&R. Let Josh win again.
That's controversial. And Gerry.
Bold.
He might not have a job. Hope so.
Yeah. All right. And so right here, we'll do directing, then we'll go back to the acting, and then we'll do the last one will be the show. So directing team. The Bay, Popstar TV, Bold and Beautiful, CBS, Days of Our Lives, Peacock, General Hospital, ABC, and The Young and Restless, CBS. For me, The Young and Restless is always filmed gorgeously. They always have. They always it's the same. Either everybody's in hotels all the time. General Hospital be trying stuff. They try. They go out in the lot sometimes. They try to film stuff up there. They try fast camera angles. They try stuff. Bold, similar. I don't think the directing's bad or it's fine.
But they went to Italy last year, so I'm like,
there you go. That's right.
Yeah.
They went to Italy.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right. Oh my
God. That just sold it for me. I'm like, okay.
There you go. I forgot about that. That's right. Okay. And then the Bay. Well, Gerry and Candice, what are your thoughts on that then, too?
Go ahead, Gerry.
Okay. I'm gonna go again with Bold. I forgot about the Italy part, but right. But I was just looking at like the contrast of things that looked really great this year, and that was that scene that was during the blackout, almost all in darkness, where Ridge and Steffi confront Sheila, and then Bill comes into the rescue. It's all shadowy darkness, and looking at contrast, if they pick these two episodes, and the contrast with the fashion show showdown was just looked so good. And just the way it was cut, ended, backstage in front. Yeah, I just thought it looked dynamic, and it looked so much different than the confrontation with Sheila. So there was a good range there. I liked.
Heather Tom directed Bold.
Bay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Heather. Love you, Heather. Bold in the Bay does great scenery work. When their camera work. The Bay went on location, Puerto Rico,
Right.
And I forgot the other place. And Bold went to Italy.
True.
General Hospital, okay, I'll give you some kind of credit.
They went to Greenland.
But no, look, did you know that New York has palm trees?
That's right. That's what they do.
Oh yeah, they did go to New York last year, didn't they?
That's right. And palm trees.
Well, I mean, I will say this now: scenery work for that when Sabrina went to New York, I love that. But the year before that, when Finn went upstairs and I saw a palm tree, and I was like, "This is not New York City. That's a palm tree in the back." But back to this for directing, Bold and Beautiful. Bravo. Mwah.
So I think as we're also okay, so we'll do the voting right now. I'm saying Bold. I think Walker, you're saying Bold too, right?
Yeah, I'm saying Bold just because of the location. I mean, the Italy of it all.
Right. And then Gerry and Candice, what are you guys saying?
Bold.
We're all doing Bold.
Also, hey David, I can't say your last name. I don't want to mess it up. He gave
Yes.
us a $20 super chat.
Thank you for talking.
Hey, David.
We love those.
Yes, we do. Thank you, David, Kayla.
Oh, David.
Good. Okay, kids. Now it's time for the big awards, you guys. The last 3 big awards. They're all laughing. Why not to an amusement park?
Oh my god.
See, they're laughing. They're laughing when he said that. They're laughing.
Oh, that was painful. That was almost as bad as wait, if Days had the Marlena dying on the roof.
Right.
I
know. All right. Lead performance in a daytime drama series. Actor, you guys, get ready. Eric Braeden as Victor Newman, Young and the Restless, CBS. Scott Clifton as Liam Spencer, The Bold and Beautiful, CBS. Torsten Kay as Ridge Forrester, The Bold and Beautiful, CBS. Eric Martsoff, Brady Black, Days of Our Lives, Peacock. And John McCook, Eric Forrester, The Bold and Beautiful, CBS. I'll let you guys go first. Where wants to go first?
Ahead, Walker. Go ahead, Walker.
I plan on being disappointed regardless. I have PTSD from last year of Thorsten winning. And then I would like it to be the guy who plays Liam. I can't think of his name.
Scott Clifton.
Scott Clifton. If it's the scene where he read Hope for filth, that to me that's the winner. But it'll probably be John McCook. I mean, this is like such an anemic group.
Gerry or Candice, next.
Yeah, I think it's a race between kind of like Torsten and John McCook for the storyline, just like their storyline was a competition between them. But the thing is that they might all cancel each other out, the 3 Bold and Beautiful actors.
Hopefully.
And the one I wanted in there was Matthew Atkinson as Thomas. I thought that would have been more interesting. But I think that they might cancel each other out, and Eric Braeden might slip in there. Eric Martsoff, I really like, but I just don't think it was a strong year for him. He's more like a supporting this year, I thought.
You know what's funny? Folks, there's no GH actors nominated. And out of all the GH actors, to me, and he's consistent, and to me, he's been shit in the gold, and that's James Patrick Stewart. I think it's Valentine. I just think that they give him somebody's storyline. And I know what Viola Hughes put in. So I know it's all about the shooting of Charlotte and all that. And James did a great job. I mean, he was pound for pound in there. And to me, he's a character that sometimes they know what to do with him sometimes. They just kind of like, but he shows up. He does the work. He's consistent. He's not a consistent actor who does the work and cares about the character. And he's a leading man. To me, he's a leading man. And I think and they didn't, whatever. Eric Braeden, of course, had the cancer in real life, overcame that. A lot of voters do lean to stuff that happens on the outside sometimes. That's just a part of life. You know, he's my friend, 87 years old, from British Storyline, of course, doing his thing. And I don't know what scene. I don't know what scenes he exactly did. Anybody know what scenes he put in there for sure? I don't know what he did for sure.
No, I don't.
Yeah, I don't either. He's been on off and on all last year. So Dan Furigal, another one from Days.
That's who I wanted. That's who I wanted.
Tell him, Candice. Tell him.
I wanted Dan to be on this list because of EJ losing his mother. I thought those were phenomenal scenes. I don't understand why he wasn't nominated. I'm okay with this list, but I wish Dan. I wish there was a sixth slot. I wish Dan was in this.
Yeah, I wish he was in it. I see Scott Clifton's funny. I like him as a person. Hate his character so much. I just do, and that's the point.
So does he.
You're supposed to. That's the point. You don't like the character. I just, even him telling off hope, to me wasn't enough for a lead actor. I mean, I know it's all about scenes and not about the whole year's work. That's always so hard. I'm like, I mean, he's a lead actor on the show. He's on all the time. He's a lead actor. I get that part. I would have taken him out and put someone else in his place. And same with Torsten. I'm sorry. I just would have taken him out and put someone else in his place. I think John should be here. Eric Marcel's another one of those people. Love him to pieces in real life, of course, too. And he's a consistent person. He's a consistent actor. Eric shows up for work. He's a team player. He's very well liked, fan base wise, and on shows. And he just, and I think it's because I think this is the one where I thought I heard what scenes he submitted. I'm picking up with the R right now.
It's around the custody.
Yeah, the custody.
Yeah, it was custody.
And I don't know anybody says him and Stacey Hyde have such great chemistry, even when they're adversarial.
Where was Stacey at?
What?
Where was Stacey at in the nominations?
That's another story.
Well,
too.
then again,
they kind of had her floating around stuff. But the thing was with him, Eric is a leading man, and Eric is, and he does, and he has an Emmy already from this already. He has an Emmy already, so that's kind of there. But he shows up to work. I think he shows up to work, and he does. And again, days, you don't know what kind of storyline you're going to get, and he works it out. So, and again, Eric's my buddy. This is actually kind of indicative, and it's funny because it's almost all older people, if you think about it. This category, I mean, over a certain age. That says something about this genre a little bit. That's kind of what you kind of said. It says a little something about that. Okay, I guess we'll go ahead and vote. Where we got between Eric, Scott, Torsten, Eric. We got two Erics and John. Candice.
who will win is Eric Braeden, who should win John McCook.
You're going for Eric, little asterisk John. Gerry Waggett.
Actually, if you include John McCook's character, we got 3 Erics in here.
That's true. That's really right.
And that's what I'm going to go for. I think because they also do. I liked the stuff that he was leading up to. I actually believe they were doing a Susan Flannery with him, and that he was dying. I believed it. I invested. Then when they pulled the rug out, brought him back to life, I was like, okay, yes. I thought that he was choosing to retire. And
I thought so too.
And
that's what I thought.
Yeah, and they. But I bought into it. I thought he did a great job, and I thought him sort of having his last hurrah was a great storyline. And that's kind of what he went for a couple of years ago, was a story about being an older person and things that come along with that. And him losing his career to a younger man, his son, I thought was powerful stuff in addition to just the illness. So yeah, I'm voting for him, John McCook.
Walker.
Unfortunately, I think it's John McCook too. Although he did tell a story that he had the scenes about that damn stapler, and I was like, oh my god. I wish it was Eric Braeden, but I think it's gonna be John McCook.
So I'm with Walker. I wish it was Eric, my buddy. And Eric hasn't won in like 30 years. He's been. I mean, again, he's been around for a long time.
And he wasn't there to get it that year, right?
No, he wasn't there that year. I'm gonna say John, but I think it should be Eric also. So I think we all kind of are in agreement. I think on some level, but I think John's going to get it. It's a showier story, obviously. And Eric Braeden's not over the top, so it's like he doesn't do that. It's not that's not his thing. He doesn't do that.
And he hasn't been nominated in a while. This is like the first nominated in quite some time.
Yeah, like 20 years.
Yeah,
like 20-something years.
All right, kids. Lead actress, lead performance in daytime drama series actress. Tamara Braun is Ava Vitale, Days of Our Lives Peacock. Finola Hughes is Anne Devane, General Hospital ABC. Catherine Kelly Lang is Brooke Logan, The Bone of Beautiful CBS. Annika Noel as Hope Logan, Bold Beautiful CBS. Michelle Stafford as Phyllis Summers, Young and the Rest of CBS. And Cynthia Watros as Nita Reeves in our hospital ABC. This one brought up a lot of talk too, this category. So, folks, I'll let you guys go first. What do you guys think? Who wants to go first?
Go, Candice.
Okay, so I know that Days fans are feeling a certain type of way.
Yes.
Because based off of history, Ari Zucker has always been lead actress, their only lead actress nominee. And there was always talk, let me backtrack. When the nominations was coming out, everybody said, was Ari going to be on it because of the lawsuit? If she's not on the list, is it because of the lawsuit? I think she did amazing work last year. I'm thinking they didn't submit her because, I think they submitted her, but I think the Academy chose not to put her on the ballot because of the lawsuit. They don't want controversy this year. They want to be nice
100%,
people.
100%. The only reason she's not on this list is because of that. 100%.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Gerry, you agree?
I'm not taking anything away from Tams.
No, right.
Yeah, real quick. Tams did the work, but would Ari not be like Peter Bergman, Eric Braeden are staples for Young and the Restless for lead actor, just like Brighton is for supporting. Ari is the staple for Days of Our Lives for lead actress. So,
and she does the work.
Yeah, Captain Kelly is in Ari's spot.
For last year's work, yes, I agree with you. Yes.
Yeah, Captain Kelly ain't in no year she deserved to be nominated for no damn lead actress. Get the fuck out of here.
I agree with that statement. But I feel for last year, I agree with you. I think it should be. Well, there's two slots. There's two people I could put in that slot besides her. Which the other person was Melly Thomas Scott. That's the other.
Oh yeah.
So,
but I wonder if she submitted. But I wonder if she submitted or she's going to wait till this year. I mean, for this year's work for next year.
Right.
I don't know if she submitted, folks. I have no idea.
That would make sense because last year was very focused on that. Was more focused on the drinking and the less Jordaning of it. This year it's too much of that Jordan Ham shit. Yeah, I think last year would have been a year for her to definitely got it.
Was last year or this year the one where she was on the phone and said, "Yeah, I'm drunk. What the two of you?"
Yeah, that's last year. Yes.
Oh, okay. That was such a great, and she delivered it. She's so perfect in the way she delivered it.
All right, but here's the thing: Catherine Kelly Lang, Melly Thomas Scott, people like that. They've been on for 1,000 years, and they've never won an Emmy. Never.
Yeah. Well, with Catherine Kelly Lang, I thought they were finally doing something different when she and Taylor decided that they're going to utilize Rich Free, like the Kelly thing from 90210 I Choose Me.
Yes.
And then 2 months later, she's in Ridge's Bed again. I'm like, okay, so we're just back to square one with her. And Hope. I know I wasn't as convinced with her. Tamara didn't see it quite as a lead part. Michelle Stafford, I just didn't like that storyline where she faked her death. For me, it's down to Finola Hughes or Cynthia Watros. So Finola Hughes, I mean, there was some really powerful stuff as she was going down, and she was being, she was a very powerful woman who was being taken down ultimately by a child and wound up shooting the child accidentally. But I actually think I'd like Cynthia Watros for this because I remember when she won for Annie Dutton was when Annie was just at her most manic, and Nina's at her most manic now, and I'm just like doing and saying, wow, I know everything she's doing is wrong. She kind of knows she's doing it, doing bad things, but she's still doing them, and I believe that why she's doing them, and she's selling it all. And so I'm going to go for Cynthia Watros.
So here's the thing. This is to give people at home. Finola was all with the Charlotte shooting and all the aftermath. That was her downfall. And it was good, though. Finola's another one of those girls who just consistent every time also. They give her They give her stuff and she acts her ass off. And has chemistry with everyone. And has chemistry with everybody. Annika Noel, I know for some people they're like, what? I have liked her work for years. I'm sorry, I've always liked her work. I think it's underrated.
I see it.
And folks, there was some years she cried the whole year. Like some of the stuff they do, it's like that's not easy to do. And the thing about Annika, the last year and a half, her playing the newer Hope. I kept saying, people keep talking to her like she's some doll. And when she started thinking, and her actually getting with Thomas made her realize that she's her own person. It was this weird trend. The haircut, the clothing was different. Like she played that transformation to me so well because everybody around her is so big and over the top and aggressive. Stephanie, Hope had to come out of her own shell, so to speak, and take control of her life. And me and Liam did her wrong, and Stephanie's done her wrong, and I just feel like Annika has played that so beautifully and consistently over the last year and a half that she's put out. So I just think she does. I think she's underrated. I think she's really underrated. Michelle, of course, that's my friend. Howard Kama, I will say, I think she submitted that whole monologue, the one that's one of the scenes when she's in there. And I actually told her, I even said on my show, I love that monologue. She did a great job. I interviewed her after that. She did a great job. I don't know if the second episode she submitted or not.
It was like the unraveling of with fighting Diane before her death, and then the judge stuff was definitely in there.
Yes, and I think Michelle again does a great job. I mean, that's again, she shows up to work. If Cynthia wins, that would cause a lot of controversy among GH fans, which I would love. I think it's funny because there are folks who are on Cynthia / Nina's side, and there are folks who are obviously on the Carly Laura Wright side. There's a whole divide going on out there. But Cynthia's one of those. She's another actress who commits to her roles. She's been on everything, and she commits to her roles. And I think you're supposed to feel the things you feel about Nina. I think you're supposed to, and that's her acting bringing it out. I mean, I think that's just part of it. So I think, but if she wins, that'd be very interesting. I don't know what people feel about that in the GH world. That's my thoughts on that. Anything else, kids? Oh, and Tamara, I like Tamara. She's easygoing. She's already won before. She doesn't have me. She's fine.
Another consistent. Just because I don't think what she submitted is Emmy worthy. It was her return and what Shady Brook or whatever Brook, whatever that one is.
Yeah, but it's also too Steve Burton heavy. She has Steve Burton pretty much in.
That's true on that one. Yeah.
Two scenes that she picked when Harris and Ava went to Paris, and when she was in the mental institution with Harris. I mean, Steve and her got chemistry.
She didn't pick any with Brandon, what's his name? Hot Man. What's his name? Who plays
no.
Didn't pick any with him. Annika was spectacular with the evolution transformation, all parts of it. Michelle just submit the monologue. I love Annika. She deserved it too. Finola Hughes. Catherine Kelly Lang deserves it too. I didn't think what Catherine Kelly Lang is. She's been on the show for so long, and she's been opposite so many great people. They're not gonna give it to her.
I might like that woman. Those scenes with Taylor does not deserve a nomination over Nicole losing her baby or Melly Thompson Scott drunk. Stop! Don't lie. It's Sunday. The Lord's watching. Come on now.
But let's be honest, Walker. There was somebody else who probably submitted from General Hospital, because General Hospital could have got a 3 slide. And I said this last year: Laura Wright, Cynthia, and Finola. Those are the 3. That's always been like that for General Hospital.
But it's
always
good.
Had that 3 slide.
It's good. I'm tired of people just getting these slots just because. And she would have gotten, Laura Wright would have gotten it just because. That bitch didn't do shit last year to deserve no nomination. So we gotta stop this line.
I do like Laura Wright's
2 years.
performance.
Think about this. In 2 years, in the 53rd annual Daytime Emmys, we'll have the Gates.
The Gates, yes. We'll see what happens there.
Yeah, I think y'all be mad because they don't get nominated.
Yeah, I know next week it'll be crazy. Now, folks are bringing up Mara West. We love Mara. We do. But they didn't give her enough last year.
No. Oh, that Austin stuff? Oh,
horrible.
child. I
Oh
should be
no, when
nominated
she
over that.
no, when the hook killer storyline.
But still, that wasn't enough. That wasn't enough. I mean, Mara, again, we love her. She's the queen. We love her. But again, I think that's why she wasn't nominated. There wasn't enough meat for her at all. And if
GH didn't get nominated a lot.
They didn't. And we did talk about earlier about Brooke Kerr, speaking of black folks and leads and supporting. I wouldn't mind seeing her nominated for some stuff. She's a great actress. She's a great actress.
The whole Trina reveal, which it's
oh yeah.
Like how did that storyline just get overlooked?
It did. It got totally overlooked. Okay, yeah, I mean, it's also pacing. Pacing was bad on General Hospital. Yes,
I wasn't a fan of Brooke Kerr when she first came on, but I really liked a lot of the stuff she's been done. And what I really like is that she is kind of one interesting voice of reason at the hospital who's like, no, we don't have to forgive Cyrus, who held me and my daughter hostage, or Heather, who targeted my daughter and all of her friends for murder and terrorized her for weeks, or, Esme. So
they don't like that. They don't like that black woman going out for white people. They don't like that.
Well, I mean,
they don't like that. They don't like that. People, oh my God, you can't. A black woman speaks her mind on a TV show. That's crazy.
I mean, I think it's great because people can be all for favor. I mean, I like seeing a Silas redeemed, but I also think it's fair enough that she's not going to like you. Just like the fact that Jason never accepted Franco's redemption.
Right. There's certain things that make sense. Now I'd like to see, and Brooke Kerr, her scenes against, because what's this, Jeff Kober is so good. I love Miss Cyrus, actually. So good. Yeah. Their scenes together where she's like, you need to leave me alone, stay away from my daughter. These are all things you did to me. Those scenes were the bomb. Like, she was like laying down the law, and he just took it. It was just like, because Cyrus doesn't know how to read the room. I love that he doesn't know how to read the room. He just shows up where he wants to. And she was like, no. And her scene with Anna, that polarized the nation, because she dared tell Anna, you're bringing problems to my house. My husband got shot, and you're coming here with no protection, and something going on with you. Again, another great scene that made sense.
Yeah, you saying that, it just makes me like, she really, like, between, because all the Trina stuff happened last year, and then the Curtis stuff, like, she deserved it. I was not a Brooke Kerr fan personally until last year. I don't know. Mama is living well because she was in a very more positive space, and I was more like, oh, okay, I like you now because bitch, the last time. Anyways, yes. So she should have been on here.
I agree. I just that's just and yeah. So folks are saying Laura's right next year because of Bobby's death. Remember, this year we have Bobby's death.
Yes.
That's going to bring some stuff for some people for next year. I think. I mean, and that story. And folks, I don't care how you feel about Laura Ryan, blah blah blah. I thought it was well done. Actually, I thought the whole thing. That's her daughter. That's so. I thought bringing back Lucas, having the BJ reveal. I thought it was all beautiful, beautiful work. Actually.
Yeah.
So, if I can think about that, but I actually enjoyed that. I always say there's a lot of bad shows. Every once in a while, we'll come across something and I think do it well. I always say the same thing about the Dallas reboot. I hate that whole TNT Dallas, but the way they handled JR's death on that episode was beautiful. And I think that can happen sometimes. You can come across some good writing and good acting, and I thought so. Next year I thought her and Felicia. There's some stuff for next year. But like Candice says, right. Jason and Sonny never liked Franco. Laura, I mean that makes sense. The whole John, Kate's, and Jason and them fighting makes sense. It's rooted in history. Scotty not liking Sonny, that's rooted in history. It don't matter. Scotty's the father. A father, it's a whole different story. It's like some things they do, it's really consistent. It makes sense. So I agree with that. So some of that stuff I do agree. So yeah, Candice think we're right about that. Yeah, it's just Cyrus does not know how to read a room. He does. That makes me laugh. but Brooke Kerr really stood on her own. It was like Brianna Nicole Henry. I was not a big fan of her portrayal of Jordan until, again, against Jeff Kober and Cyrus. Then I saw back, started seeing like, okay, come on, girl, let's do it. And then of course she left. But I did like. It's interesting how that, you know, an actor actually can win me over. I'm open to it. It can win me over. I mean, if you have good writing, good acting. I don't hate actors and actors forever. I don't hate roles forever. I'm open to something. Give me something good, and I will follow along.
Well, when you say that Cyrus doesn't know how to read a room, I kind of think the exact opposite. I think that he is being intentionally oblivious and playing this cat and mouse game just to really irritate these people and act like he doesn't know what's going on. I think it's part of his psychosis or his sociopathy.
But it's fun. It's fun. Either way, it's fun. I guess it's kind of fun. He makes everybody on edge. So I just think that, but again, I think Brooke Kerr did some great work last year, and just, you're right, she did not. You want to talk about somebody of color? She is somebody of color who got material, and that's what it comes down to. It comes down to getting who we're getting material to that they can put in a reel that could make it so. I guess probably that's what it is. So let's see what's going on here. Yeah, I know Sophia Madsen. We mentioned that earlier. Studies bipolar. So yeah, okay. Okay, so I guess it's time to vote, you guys. And literally, I really don't know who's going to get in this category. I really lost. So we're going to go with Candice first.
If history has taught me anything, it's always usually the newbie. And that's Annika. I mean, Catherine has been in the game. Tams, Finola, Michelle, and Cynthia already have an Emmy. So I'm going to go for my hope.
You're picking Annika. Gerry Waggett?
I'm going Cynthia Watros. Because also, she surprised me years ago when she beat four roles on Days of Our Lives. Ashley. Davidson, who will probably get the nomination next year for her.
Yeah, next year.
Although what I really want with Ashley's storyline is for one of this new personality of Susan Banks to come out.
Love it. Walker?
Michelle Safford.
Oh, I love my girl to win it. I know. I'm torn between Michelle. Catherine's not going to get it. I think she's going to be Susan Lucci, just always nominated for shit. I'm not going to get it.
Child, she might be the Thorson of this year. If she get it, throw the whole goddamn awards away.
I love it. Finola does just great work consistently. I was thinking they'll give it to Tamara. They do shit like that sometimes. I'm like, and it's Day and Days wins in the lead categories when they get it. Like I think Davidson won for Days. So I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, I want Annika to win it because I think she does such great work. I want Michelle to win it. I'm going to go with. I got to pick. I'm going to say Michelle too. Because she's also well liked and it's a name. Okay.
And those scenes in with the judge were really good. They were powerful. They were some of her best work in a while.
Well, I think also she's done some really good work with the kids. Everybody just dumping on her. They just consistently with Daniel, and they're just dumping on her, and there's some scenes where she's just like, I'm so tired. And when she says everyone else gets a pass and gets forgiven and I don't, there's some truth in there. She's her own worst enemy. We all get that. But there's some truth in that. And Diane's standing right there. And it's like, I get it. I totally get it. For desperation, I totally get it. And then to be actually taken advantage of from that creepy guy that was like, uh-oh. So she did some good work there. All right, now here's another controversial story, a controversial award. The award of the evening. This is Daytime Drama Series. Let's talk about it. The Bay, Popstar TV, The Bold, the Beautiful, CBS, Days of Our Lives, Peacock, General Hospital, ABC, Neighbors, Amazon Freebie, and Young and Restless, CBS. Neighbors got in there. The Bay got in there again. Folks, Neighbors caused everybody a stir. We talked about it a little bit earlier. What are you guys thinking?
Well, I don't like the way the British put that extra U in words, so Neighbors is out.
That British English. I want that. Candice, any thoughts? Any thought?
Yes. Wake up, networks. Wake up. Because you got the Bay and you got Neighbors in this category. Let's go. I'm so happy. Wake up, America. It's a dawn of a new day.
If they wanted to make a statement of something like that, they would have left one of the big four off. That would have been a wake the F up America situation. If they had left one of them off, then it would have been like, oh.
Yeah, like they did, like, what was it, a couple of years ago? They did that, where it was the four, and they dropped, what was it, General Hospital, or was it?
I think it was in the other category, like a directing.
Yeah, it was like writer or directing. Yeah, it was one of those.
Yeah,
it was. Yeah, Beyonce Salem got in over like one of the.
Yes.
That's if they wanted to make a point of like, let's shake shit up. They would have left one of the big four off this and had Neighbors and the Bay. That would have been like a
woo.
Yeah,
I agree.
Because there was a vote that was supposed. I can drop this thing. I don't think there was a vote about that. Yeah, they were going to do it, but they was like, no, we're too nice.
They're too nice. They didn't want to upset the apple cart that much yet. But they made a statement. They're still making a statement, folks, because they're like neighbors being in there, they're like, and
the Bay even.
Well, I'm thinking because Days is streaming now. It's not on it's kind of, and the Bay is on streaming also, kind of, where it's on basic.
Yeah.
Cable. I thought, okay, but Neighbors is the one. That's opens up everything, and people really are screaming at the top of their lungs about this. And I'm like, what is this show? What is going on? Is it in America? It's available in America, kids. It is available, and I think, why not? We need to shake up some stuff. Are there other daytime dramas out there that are soap that have storyline arcs in America? Are there other ones also? I mean, maybe some other ones. Because they took the digital drama series and put it to nighttime. I think it should be in daytime. They took it to nighttime and cut off all those categories. Because I was going to submit for supporting it for guest actor for Studio City, and they cut all those out. They just did lead actor, actress, and show. That was it. They didn't do anything else. And at least if they were in the daytime, they would chance it for writing. I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff that could be in there for. They totally cut that out. I think the digital drama should go back to daytime. So I think this. I like this. I like that this is shaking up the world. You know, I love it. Yes, A. Martinez is amazing. He's nominated. Of course, you know.
A. Martinez, gosh. Check out the
Day.
Sorry, I got voted.
Sorry, go ahead.
I said I'm promoting it. A. Martinez on the Bay, y'all. Check him out.
Say here, Walker is right. Yeah, we all agree with Walker on that one too. I love Neighbors. I think it's funny. So some of us have, like I said, I have BritBox, so I watch EastEnders. So there's something. There's other soaps. There's Hollyoaks. People watch. I see that online. There's other shows out there.
Home and Away.
Home and Away. Luther said, I judge on a curve unless something is horrendous. I usually find something redemptive about a submission. You're very kind, Luther. I don't find something redemptive about every submission. I don't say that. I don't. I'm not the same way. I don't find things redemptive. I think they should have been nominated because there's some questions they ask you when you're doing the voting sometimes. I'm not going to get to all the weeds about it, and it's hilarious. They're talking like, no. So how did Neighbors get into Best Drama with no one from the show nominated in acting? One person was nominated in the acting category. Guy Pearce.
Well, last year the Bay was nominated, and no one was nominated in the acting.
And Beyond Salem, the year that Beyond Salem,
the year before that, the Beyond Salem no one. Yeah.
It also happens on.
They're trying to make a statement.
Oh, sorry, make a statement. I'm saying it happens on primetime Emmys too sometimes, where the show will get nominated, none of the actors get nominated. It happens also. It does happen. Because these characters each, you can submit in any whatever categories, and then again they choose the final 5 or 6, and then every category is judged by select folks. So that's kind of how that goes. The way she broke. Yeah, she was good too. The Bay, I see the Bay. It's good. The Bay will get it. I think, okay, I know some Bay watchers. 96 people are watching us. Thank you, 96 people. I appreciate that on a Sunday.
No, how many episodes does the Bay put out a year?
Candice?
Between 20 and 23.
Okay.
That's substantial.
Yeah. Because they have to make that quota.
Oh yeah, that quota, that thing that was 2 years ago caused some problems.
That show was talk about an Emmy bait. Is Jill Farron Phelps over there? Because everything they do over there is for Emmy. I mean, everything. It's since they've been around, everything is for Emmy. The casting's been an Emmy, the storyline for an Emmy. Remember how they used to be on the red carpet begging to be interviewed? That show is exhausting.
Well, I love it. I love it. Walker is right.
Neighbors. Neighbors was a show that got canceled and came back. Oh my God, that's gonna.
I know.
I still, regardless of the Bay and Neighbors being congratulations on making nomination, I still think that there is some that the voters still have like that US, like they're not gonna let an outsider, a quote unquote outsider get. I just don't see that happening.
Yeah, there could be a little bit more traditional of who has earned their place.
Yeah, I don't think that they're gonna. Yeah, not these voters. Unless they go get a whole new crop of people, I just don't see them being like, "Oh, we're gonna let the outsiders take the big,"
Walker, it's like Beyond Salem. Remember when Beyond Salem was nominated for Best Drama? They were trying to make a point. They were trying to shake people up a little bit.
Yeah, because Beyond Salem had been nominated in a couple of categories, not acting, but other color, and they're like, I wish they had won one of them just because it would have just shaken things up. Like, okay, look at that. And we're going in. So, folks, we're going into newer territory, folks. That's the whole thing. It's like the traditional network soap opera is there, but there's other stuff out there too. And the category is daytime drama series. So there's something airs in the daytime, and it's a drama series that has, storylines. Why can't it be nominated? And shown in America, why can't it be nominated? They do the prime time doesn't care where it comes from. Prime time has, they do this, that, and the third. Netflix, Apple Plus, everything. Disney, everybody gets nominated. Just it's television, so to speak, or television in quotes. So I think why can't they? Again, I feel like daytime is so restrictive. We need to open it up.
Bingo.
We need to open it up. That's my opinion. I think we need to open it up. And and I already said this before on my other shows, and I'll say it here too. I'm excited for the Gates. I'm also scared for the Gates. They have a very big shoes to plop into, and the fans out there,
a lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure. The fans,
The
fans are not nice.
No, and they're not. Hey, let's show some grace and give the show some time. If it ain't out the gate, bam, 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 giving you everything you want, black excellent, then it's gonna be. I
can already see. I'm calling it now. I can see it on Twitter already. Them going off.
6 months, bitch, probably 6 weeks, and they be already turned on.
I believe it. So I'm excited, and I'm very excited, and I believe in Michelle. Valjean, I believe in everybody. I'm gonna be excited to see what they do, and I'm gonna give it grace and compassion, and I'm gonna watch it and support it. And Walker is so funny. Tony Moore was suggesting, he's like, I don't know if Walker's like, but if Walker, James, and Tony Moore did a show together after a Gates After Show, would people tune in?
Absolutely, they would.
I think they would. So we'll talk about that later on.
And not only that, but we could get all the Black people from the show on.
I know. So we'll talk about that later.
Because the only good thing of if CBS is smart, this is where they really are going to lean into the people of color journalists and reaching
Um,
out
from
and
your mouth to their ears
Oh,
because
they will.
let me say this real quick, Candice. Folks, I am a journal. I am also a journalist and a pundit and all the stuff that I do here, and I am Black. And I am open to anybody on that show coming on my show. Come to me, come to Tony. We're both now. I mean, I know they got their people they're gonna probably go to, and no shade to them, but you should lean into coming to us Black folks first.
if they're smart, they would really like, yes, hey, Michael Fairman,
right?
all you guys,
fine.
we're gonna digest, we're gonna give you a little bit, but we're gonna make sure that we make a statement of that. If they're smart, that's what they would do.
JLJ Media.
Okay.
There is nobody else bigger than me right now doing this stuff. Sorry, there isn't.
Have they tossed around any names for casting yet?
No.
Oh, okay.
Fans have, but they haven't. They haven't said anything.
No, not yet.
They haven't said anything. Thank you, Ambassador Sam. Thank you so much for our $50 super chat.
Oh my God. Okay, you got a question for us? For that,
you can JLJ Media, excellent show.
You can ask some questions for that kind of money.
yeah. You can do what you want.
By the way, with regards to the Gates, the question, was this the first time ever they've canceled a talk show to put
Isn't that funny?
A soap opera on?
The reverse.
Yes.
It's the reverse. I have a family member losing her job, but that's fine. She'll be fine.
I was shocked, quite honestly. I was shocked that they took the talk because to me that was their PR. The talk only existed to showcase CBS primetime. Every person, it was just like, hey, we're pimping out all of our shows. And that's, I was like, oh, well, you have a vehicle for free promo.
Well, also the thing is, it's smart to have a soap block. So it would make sense to have the Gates come on after Bold and Beautiful.
Is it going to be half an hour?
We don't know yet.
Don't know yet.
An hour.
An hour? Okay. All we know is it's coming in January. That's all we know. We don't have a date. It's January. But my thing was it should be Young and the Restless, Bold and Beautiful, the Gates. Now, I thought they were going to move the talk to later. I thought they were just going to move it. But the ratings have not been the greatest of their parents, so it's ready to go. But you're right. That's what their PR machine was. The puck. I was kind of like, oh, they'll just shift it. They'll just move it forward. They said bye. And I was like, all righty, kids. They're there.
Hopefully, whoever's doing the Gates, they call Eva at Bold and Beautiful, get some tips like, hey, Eva, who do we go to? Call Matt Well, never mind. You don't know. Call Eva over at Bold and Beautiful, be like, hey, who should we talk to and all that, and
Oh, Eva's a boss. Eva and Ambassador's a boss.
And I like this idea of the Gates after show.
That's what I said. So me and Tony and I, we were talking about that. We were saying the three of us together, people would tune in.
To get Tony Moore to do something else besides Days of Our Lives would be a
yes, I know.
I would be shocked.
He suggested it, and to get Walker back into the soap after show. You don't do it anymore either,
I do Friday nights. I have a little Twitter Spaces show, but
I know you do. But I'm saying this platform.
Oh, this platform, yeah.
You do it for me twice a year.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it. So I'm just saying. But Tony suggested that. I'm like, we can talk. We get some time. We can talk. But I'm with you. I'm glad you said it first Friday. I was like, PR people, JLJ Media, start with me. I have no problem saying that.
We got a lot to talk about over Emmy weekend.
Yes, we do. I've been here 10 years in the business. All right, let's vote for the daytime. We haven't voted yet for daytime drama. So let's go to Candice first.
Hi. Beautiful.
Okay.
CBS.
Gerry Waggett.
Bold and Beautiful.
Walker Ragsdale.
Oh gosh. I don't want that show to get anything. So I'm gonna go Young and the Restless.
Oh, folks, Eva is back at work. So there's a whole video if you follow it.
Yeah. Back for 3 weeks.
Okay. I think it's Bold. Even though it's either gonna be Bold or Y&R. But it's going to depend on who wins directing and writing, possibly sometimes. Sometimes they go hand in hand, sometimes they go.
Sometimes, yeah.
So it's going to depend. So I'm gonna say Y&R with Walker.
If Bo gets it this year, congratulations. They do not deserve anything next year. They do not deserve not a single nomination next year.
Wait a minute, I just thought about something. They might give it to Days. I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
Because last year, General Hospital, and this is just my opinion, I think because of what was going on in real life for General Hospital by losing all of these actors, I feel as though they gave the sympathy vote to General Hospital. I think for Days of Our Lives, not because of the controversy, but because of oh God, now I can't think of his name. Because of Victor's death, they're going to win off of that.
And the specter of Doug Hayes, Bill Hayes' death too, hanging there.
I think.
Well, I think that's going to be next year.
No, but it's happened recently, so that could be getting sympathy off a while they lost Bill Hayes.
But General Hospital lost like a bunch of people last year, so I don't know if they would get sympathy because of that. I don't think they will either. I don't think they will. I don't know. I just feel like if we want to CBS soaps, I just feel like if we one of them. I don't think it's General Hospital's time, and and Days is just they rarely win it.
That's more the reason.
And they didn't deserve it last year. They sure hell don't deserve it this year.
Right. And what Lucha says is true. General Hospital is extremely well produced. But so is Y&R. It's pretty well produced. I mean, they're all pretty much under their budgets, and they're all the ones that they're doing fine. Days is well produced. I mean, think about it, it doesn't matter. It's well produced. I mean, they're all kind of well produced. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know if voters care about that. I don't think.
The shocker will be if Neighbors pulls it off and wins.
The Bay wins.
That would tell me that they got a whole new crop of voters.
Yes, I agree.
But at the same time, the Bay. See, here's the thing: the Bay has won Emmys before, but Neighbors is the freshman. It's the freshman of the group. So if Neighbors was to pull this off and win the big prize of the night, all hell will break loose.
That won't happen. They're like, it's like Eddie Murphy when he got nominated for Dreamgirls. Eddie Murphy was great in Dreamgirls. I thought it was good, but it was like, here's your invitation to the Oscar table.
It's still a club. It's still a like we'll give you this pity nomination, but you still ain't in with us.
Right. Because Gerry, back in the day, it used to be like mostly the New York soaps versus the LA soaps?
Oh yeah, and there were a couple of years when it was just ABC. And now it's all LA. Well, everything's in LA now, but yeah, the big thing was New York because they had all the supposedly better trained actors because they were theatrical.
Right.
Yes, they did.
And then also it was like back in the first couple of years, you didn't used to get nominations for people under 40.
Yeah. I don't. These Emmys. It's like any award show, folks. Every voter comes in with their own stuff. We all do. Anybody comes with their own stuff, and it really depends on what they're voting with. If they're voting with their heart, if they're really involved in it, if they're part of something, if they're friends with somebody, it's a flawed system. It's not perfect at all. So it really depends. It's going to be whatever. I think it's going to be whatever it is. It's kind of.
It's better though. Like looking at these nominations, I see less favoritism in this group of nominations.
True. You're right.
I saw that too.
I see less clicks. I see less favoritism. In these overall group of nominations than normal. Because before, normally you can look at it and be like, okay, that to that to that to that. Okay, yeah, I see your group.
Same old.
It's less of that this year. Especially the supporting actress one really is just like and I guess supporting for both. It's like it's wow, this is a completely, especially the actress is like, wow, all of these women it's a new crowd.
Phenomenal.
Like who thought that like
Mhm.
these young like you would get a Lindsay and Allison and like I would have never guessed, that they would be nominated.
True, true. I know, Allison. Yeah, exactly. You're right. Actually, you're right. Yeah, and I'm just happy to see Annika and lead actress.
That's a
I'm
shocker.
so
Right.
happy.
Instead, I guess they're like,
I'm so
okay, we're gonna
happy
give
for her.
Jackie's gotten enough, so we're gonna give Annika her chance, which I don't love the character, um, but I'm happy to see her there.
Yeah, yeah.
Her mama don't belong there.
I want to say I'm going to talk over that. No, okay. I want no, I want not. I no, I want to see. No, I want to see shakeups. That's the thing. I do. I don't want the same old every year.
Mhm.
I want shakeups, and I think you're right. I get. Now I didn't thought about it until you just I said it. So you just said it, Walker. Yeah, this year there's been some shakeups. There's some definite,
Mhm.
and next year will be interesting because you said in 2 years will be really interesting when the Gates has their
Yeah,
first,
with the gates. Mm-hmm.
how that's gonna look.
Next year's gonna be interesting. Does Neighbors was this a one-time flash in the pan, or is that
Or is it going to
or are they
continue?
going to get a Neighbors and Bold going to I mean and the Bay are they going to be and then in the two
And then,
years what happens when it get like that's when it really starts to get interesting.
Mhm.
but see, here's another thing, Walker. Next year, Venice, because
Come
Venice
back to
season 7 starts soon.
they're
So
coming back.
they'll be eligible for the Emmys next year too if they continue. Oh, one of
I
y'all
just
so funny
I
to
just
drop.
Crystal needs to call call Greg Christoph and get there. Like, how do I get myself? Because they don't have the PR behind them. They they're not as aggressive as the Bay.
They're
And
not.
I just and you're not if you're just like over here quietly doing the work. Very rarely people gonna be like, oh hey, let's go for that person. You got to be loud and obnoxious, and that's one of the
I mean,
Bays
they won.
what they
They
are.
won Emmys too. They won Emmys too, and I see what you're saying. I this is a very interesting time for daytime because you also got the Boulevard. It's
Coming out
The
that
too.
could
what?
be nominated next year.
It could
The
be
what?
the Boulevard.
The
What's the
Boulevard.
Boulevard?
It's Vincent
It's
Irizarry,
got yeah.
Jody, I think, right?
Adam Huss. Yeah,
Adam
Adam
Huss.
Huss.
Oh, that sounds like a what a hooker's hour on the boulevard. Y'all watching the Boulevard Girl? They out there selling little things. Okay,
Another
all right,
city.
the Boulevard. They doing something strange for a piece of change. Okay, Adam Huss, let's see it.
I grew up on the street called the Boulevard.
Let's show the Boulevard. The Boulevard. That's funny. I love it. But that's another one too. About.
And who knows what, once they have these type of rules in place, who knows like what Netflix or any of these other
All right.
stations are going to throw out to say, well, this should count.
That's true too.
The world is changing.
It is. As we were saying, Leopards, it won't be until 2025. So we're saying, got to give them a whole full year. And well, they won't be eligible until 2026. Yeah, exactly. So next year, when they have a whole full year, then they will.
And then 2026, then they'll be eligible
But
Yes.
for
but
that too.
also it isn't the same people who are in charge of the Emmys or have taken over the daytime, right?
Well, no, I saw the latest things. I saw some names. I'm like, oh, they're back again. I guess 'cause I saw a name on some recently. I mean, thing. I'm like, he's back as press, kind of. I mean, I don't know what's going on. Tell you the truth.
Yeah, they have like a whole delegate,
Yeah.
like because Eva's
Oh
back
no, don't
on
tell me.
as the
Don't
chairboard.
is he back again?
Yes, our buddy. Is back.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness.
He's good to me though. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, fine. He's good to me. So I'm glad he's back. Those they didn't. As you know, folks, they didn't do me well. These two,
Child, you don't do me this year. I'm a baby, Mr. HB. I'm
Y'all
gonna eat
better
your
give
ass up
y'all
on
better
here.
give people water. Give people some food and water while they're standing on the red carpet.
I,
Okay, don't
hey,
pretend
how
that you
about
don't know them.
give me like 2 feet of personal space. Fuck the water. I can get my own water. Let me have. Can I not be like this for 3 hours?
Like this. Come
That's
on,
that's
you
what
know
I
you want to be
want.
like this.
yeah, I know. Like that's
You don't
yes.
want to be like this. You want to be like this. You want to be like that. It won't be like this.
And
So-
having people having diva fits because they can't get what they want because they always get what they want. But not last year, baby. They say you ain't special, bitch.
And
Well,
for
they
people
said to
to
me
come
too,
to
though. So hello. Then they reversed their decision. They realized who I was.
and then have people come there and not know who Susan Lucci, Melanie Thomas Scott, and all these people are. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'll be very curious if a lot because there's a lot of new people if they will be returned. It's going to be very interesting to see press side if
Yes.
they course correct, maybe not have as many people, or if they just say, it is what it is. It's a red carpet, and you just deal with it.
And it's on June 7th, the Friday, June 7th. It'll be on CBS. I don't know where it's going to be at. Did they say it's going to be at the Western Bonventure again?
It is a Western Bonventure,
Yes,
which I
it's-
like because
I do. I'm a downtown.
we can go
LA,
straight down to the party after
That's right.
party after.
Rodelli, we're not
Hey.
sure yet. I hope to be back this year. We'll see what happens. But I said I saw one name on the thing outside of the masthead, and I was like, "Oh, there's a bigger chance now I'll be back on there without any problems." So we'll see what happens. I hope to go back and be on there if they will let me be there.
Yes, we're gonna have to start that campaign because it was not the same without you this year.
I got a lot of support from other colleagues. Thank you very much. They were all in shock who got through and I didn't. So anyway, but I'm about to say out loud, they did try to course correct the last minute. I have to say that.
I gave you a second day,
But it was messy.
but who wanted that? I mean,
Exactly.
that was a waste of time.
It was all messy. But also, everybody, thank you so much. This is my first show since my surgery, since my stuff. My first big show. I knew I could not do it. So thanks everybody. The almost 100 people who watched in the chat. Everybody was here. I said I am getting better, and I'm making an announcement on here now since you guys are the audience. The Sunday Soap Block will return next Sunday.
Ooh,
Hallelujah.
After
Hallelujah.
off, but again, it was me because I had surgery and I had to kind of take care of myself. I am not fully back 100%, but I am coming back slowly. But we'll have this so that's the Wide Mini Spotlight, Bone Mini Spotlight, and the GH Mini Spotlight with my co-host Frank Moran, Amanda Russ, and Tammy Govea. We'll be back next week for that. And in 2 weeks,
oh, hi Tammy, we
hi
love
Tammy,
you,
I love Tammy. And in 2
Hi,
weeks,
Tam, Amanda.
yes, and in 2 weeks it's my 55th birthday. So I'll be doing a special YouTube for that too, like I did last year. Stay tuned for announcements for that as I become a senior citizen for real. 55. Anyway, so we're doing that. What?
You can have a look. You should do the Jane's the birthday party. Have people pop in.
That's what I did last year. I'm doing it
Do
again.
like you did last year.
I did last year.
Last year.
You didn't come through, but I did. I invited you, I think. But you were busy.
Child, if I get an invite, I show up. I think you forgot.
So yeah, but we had places like Shaw came through, Michelle came through. But people came through. So I'm gonna do it again. I'm working on it right now. But like I said, I'm just getting back to my health again, and I'm walking again, and so we're hanging in there. Yes, Tony Moore, my 55th. Stop it.
Wait, Tony, no comments?
Oh, Tony!
It comes on
Hi,
from my
Tony!
age. Like my age comes in. Everybody,
I miss you guys. I know this is not for the people, but I miss you guys. That's the only thing I miss about being in the city is I miss seeing you and Tony.
I know.
And our lunches.
Our lunches and our stuff. We had a good time. So yes. So I appreciate you always coming here. What?
Yeah, make sure you guys check out Edition Days today.
Yes.
Over on Edition Days channel.
It'll be on 3:00 Edition Days. Check it out on our sister channel, Edition Days. Make sure you support him also. And everybody, thank you so much for watching us. I really, 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 really appreciate it. We'll be back after the Emmys. We'll set a date like we always do. And we will talk about all the winners and if we were right and see who won the challenge. And because hopefully we will be there.
The backstage. The real fun stuff.
Yes, we'll tell you about
we
that.
We don't care. Y'all gonna be like, we don't care about the winners. Tell us about what happened.
And Candice, they're gonna try to come out this year?
No, she ain't going nowhere.
Yes, I
am. No, she's going nowhere.
I'm coming out.
She's gonna be watching from her phone like
last
year.
And Gerry will be watching from his home in Boston.
Yes.
Come on, Gerry. Why don't you come too?
Come on out, Gerry. Come on out.
I wish I could, but I couldn't get in.
It's honestly, it's not even about. Listen, we would go out after. Tony Moore has a. It's not wing the things no more. It's just things, or they're just wings.
Yes,
we would show you a great time in West Hollywood.
That was a good time, Gerry. Come on out.
And we can go over to James's house.
To my garden. My garden.
Yep.
To my garden. Yes.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
He did that back. He did that back in the day. He's like, I'm doing all that. He did it back in the day.
Now, what day in May is your birthday, James?
May 10th. Friday.
May 10th. It's the day after mine because mine's May 9th.
I know you're right before.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Well, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Guys.
Yes, I'll be 61 this year. Thanks.
And still here. I mean, hey, every day we are here. I don't care if I'm 90. I hope I'm a 99 and a half before I go.
Same here. No, same here. Maybe I'll try to crash the party. I know. Yes, and Luther mentions hopefully there may not be another strike. IATSE is having some issues. So
yep. Oh yeah, June 30th.
Yep, June 30th. So we'll see. Oh my God, we don't want to shut down. Don't shut down again.
So I'm on Sesame Street for.
And also the daytime actors thing is up this year.
Up to you.
They got to get that together because they don't want that will delay the gates. And
I know.
Yeah.
We don't want that. Everybody, it's tourist season, so I saw you tourists in the chat. It's tourist season, bitches. Enjoy yourselves. We love you guys. We'll see you again in a few months. We do the winners and back.